What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and I have a couple videos to film for you guys today. So technically I have two unboxings to do and a review. It is Tuesday, February the 8th. These three videos should be the bulk of the content for this week, and then I have one more package coming in that I should be doing an unboxing video on probably Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there. But I had these packages come, and I had to go to the mailroom, or like the place where I have my package delivered. I went there after work yesterday after I got off, and I got everything. I had a couple other non-knife related packages and then 2 knife packages to pick up. And I fully planned on waiting until today because I didn't have a lot of time yesterday. I had some other stuff to do. I had my sister's basketball game I was watching virtually and stuff like that because I am here at school. So I just had a busy evening going on, so I was going to wait until today to film because today's an off day for me, have nothing going on. And I did succeed in waiting for one of the packages to open today, but one I just couldn't help myself. It was a knife that I was really excited to check out, and I was like, screw it, it won't be a traditional unboxing, which I've done a couple of those before where I've opened the knife and then gone back and filmed and stuff like that. But this package is coming in from my good buddy Corey over at Stafford's EDC. Corey and I would consider Corey to be a good buddy at this point in time. We chat a decent amount on Instagram. He's a Pennsylvania guy. He's on the other side of Pennsylvania, unfortunately, over in the Philly area. But yeah, Corey and I have chatted for quite a while. I think I bought a couple knives. No, I bought one knife off of him. It was like a really cheap fixed blade, like way back when I first kind of got my Instagram page going and stuff like that. So I would consider Corey to be a good buddy, and he was gracious enough to send this out to me. And I was, like I said, guys, I was so excited to unbox it, and enough dilly-dallying around, but this is the Trevor Burger Custom Urban that he did. So I'm not a huge... I don't know much about Trevor Burger. I just know that he makes really nice and high-end front flippers. I know Kevin, Lefty EDC, has had 1 or 2 of them in, and he's spoken very highly of them. I know Corey has this one in, and I think he's had one before that he got rid of, or he has seen Kevin's and he really wants one. Because I was just chatting with him last night about this one, and we were talking and stuff like that. And he said that he wants the LEX or something like that, LEKX, I think. I don't know the like what the knives are named and stuff like that. Corey gave me a rundown, which when he told me everything and like what the words meant, it made sense. But off the top of my head, I cannot remember them. This one is very easy to remember because it's Urban. It doesn't have like a couple letters stuck together. So actually, sometimes whenever I get knives that I'm not super familiar with, like beforehand, I sometimes forget to like ask the person about the knife and stuff like that, but I did ask Corey. I made a little note here just in case I happen to forget something. But like I said, this is the Urban. This is a collaboration between Trevor Burger and UrbanEDCSupply. This is a full custom knife. Corey even told me that he believes that Trevor Burger even makes his own bearings, which is really cool. This is out of 50. The specific one is numbered 47. There was 50 done in like the pre-order or drop or however they ended up doing it, and then I believe that there was like less than 5 unnumbered ones that he sold like after the drop happened or pre-order happened or whatever. But yeah, I saw this knife on Backpack B's Collection Divers video of Corey's collection. And I was watching it, and when he talked about this, I was like, damn, that's a really nice knife. I was just drawn to it. I'm a big front flipper fan, and this one just looked really, like, the materials looked nice. I like the overall aesthetic of it. So, I reached out to Corey, and I was like, hey man, would you like be interested in sending out over to me to check out? And he was like, yeah, dude, of course. So he sent this one out, and my girlfriend and I went home this past weekend, and I believe this tried to deliver on Saturday, or this was delivered on Saturday, so I had to wait a few days. So that's why I was just so excited to open it and to get my hands on it. But to me, this is just a beautiful knife. I love the plain tie with like the blue accents. I think it looks so good. Paul Clip has a couple scuffs on it. So Corey, I know Corey definitely uses his knives. He's not afraid to use them. but I have never. So I've handled a couple like high-end knives before. I've handled the McNeese Mac 2 or PM Mac 2 or whatever, however you say that. I've handled a Atlantic Wayfarer, which was probably a six, seven, $800 knife. I forget how much that exactly went for. I've handled a couple high-end Microtex. So I've definitely handled a few. I definitely don't have a very large repertoire for seeing a lot of stuff. Lots of other people have handled much more expensive knives and a much higher amount of expensive knives, but I've definitely had some in. But this is the first time that I have ever. I mean, obviously, I'm going to do my full review on this and stuff like that, so I don't want to go too in depth with it. But this is the first like knife of this price point. This went for $660, so definitely to me that's very expensive. I've never spent more than $250 yet on a knife, and I probably won't plan on it for at least a little bit until I get out of college and get a full-time job and stuff like that. But this is the first knife that I've ever like opened it, played with it, and I've been just like I fell in love with it, guys. I really did. I literally like after flicking it for probably 10-15 minutes, I literally got up and looked at my knife case and I was like, okay, I can sell you, and you, and I can get like a certain amount of money, and then I can cover the rest. And like I was just acting out of pocket last night, just because I really genuinely enjoy this knife so much. I've only had it for, what is it, 1 o'clock? I've had it for less than 24 hours, and I already love it so much. And I told Corey that, and we were talking again last night about it. I just think it's, aesthetically with the blade and the titanium and just the blade shape and the size. Like this thing is a small knife. It's a 3-inch blade, but this thing fits perfectly in my hands. You guys know I tend to prefer medium to smaller knives for some reason, even though I am a bigger person. Because most of the time, if you're a bigger person, you tend to be drawn towards bigger knives. At least in my head, that's what I think. But to me, I like smaller knives. Like my girlfriend has the baby banner. I love how that knife feels in my hand. I want to get one of those at some point. I have a couple smaller knives in the collection. And to me, this thing just feels stupid comfortable. I can, it just seems like such a perfect size for an EDC knife. And it's a front flipper, obviously. So you have this tab sticking up here. Just so easy. It's not a super drop shutty knife, so it is a frame lock. It drops to my nail, and then you shake it closed. It's very, very smooth. Corey told me that that's one thing that he doesn't exactly love about it. I think he wishes it would be a little bit more drop shutty. But me personally, I'm okay with it. Like I don't mind it because it's so smooth, guys. If Trevor Burger really does make his own bearings, which is wild, he has some good ones in here because I mean, bang, that like, or you can do open, drop, shake once, and you're done. It's just very satisfying. I think the sounds are really nice. Very metallic, very tingy. But the detent, very good. I asked Corey how this was like how did the community take it? Like, was it well, regarded? Was it, how did they think about it? And Corey said that a lot of people thought it was too small and they thought the detent was a little stiff. And me, on the other hand, I just said how awesome I think the size is. I think it's perfect. And I never thought the detent was too stiff. I thought it was very adequate. Like sometimes when you get a new knife in and you play with it so much, your finger gets a little tired. At least that happens to me. That didn't happen to me at all. I mean, I played with this basically all last night until I went to bed. Well, until my roommates and girlfriend went to bed, because then I had to be quiet because I'm the knife guy in the house, so I make lots of noise down here in my room. But another really cool feature is you can middle finger flick this. Like, that is just so cool. There's enough knife that sticks out. You can just get your middle finger right in there, and it comes out. Again, that sound is just... God, I don't know, guys. Like, I've never felt this way about such a high-end knife before. And granted, I haven't experienced a ton. I'm not saying that, but to me, this is just perfect. I really, really wish I had money to afford one of these right now, because I would definitely go out and try to scour Reddit or Instagram and try to find one. But again, there was only out of 50 made. Well, technically 50, like 3 total made. So they're not super easy to come by. Corey did say he saw one go for as low as 500 on Reddit, which is a pretty good price considering these went for $660 plus like $40 shipped from South Africa, because I believe that's where Trevor Burger's from what Corey told me. But yeah, obviously, guys, there will be a full review on this. I just wanted to get this on here and just to, show that the knife is in on the channel and to showcase that I am kind of falling head over heels for this knife. This thing is just, it's really beautiful. Like, it's simple, but it's just gorgeous. That, I believe it's a hand rub satin. Just the simple drop point. I'm really a big fan of it. Like, I honestly, I told Corey last night there was not a single thing that I don't like about on the knife. He told me that he tried to, because the lock bar pressure is a little tight, and he told me that, and after I read it and I played with it some more, I didn't notice it right away, but it definitely has a little bit more pressure than other lock or frame lock knives that I've experienced. He told me that he tried to like bend it out a little bit, but he wasn't able to, which he said goes to show of how the craftsmanship is on this knife and how just well made it is. Excuse me, you guys know me and my drinks. But then Corey also told me that he thinks that this will be, or Trevor will do a production run of this with like Riot. I am hoping and I am praying that he does that, because I think that this is a super good model, and I would much rather pay $300 to $400 than $600-ish, $700-ish for a knife like this. Granted, I could sell a lot of my knives, not a lot of my knives, but I could sell probably 4 or 5 of my knives. But I really like where my collection's at right now, and I would definitely miss those knives, and especially me being a college student, I'm trying to have a well-balanced collection. I don't know, because it at one end of the spectrum, it would be worth it to sell, 4 or 5 $100 to $300 knives, to get a $700 knife technically. But on the other end, you're sacrificing 4 or 5 knives you really love, for one knife that you also really love. But I don't know, there's definitely a trade-off. I don't think that I would see myself doing it unless I was able to find one for like a really good price, like $500 on Reddit. Then I might have to pull the trigger and then sell some knives afterwards to recoup the funds. But yeah, this thing is just gorgeous. I am definitely gonna love it on it, over the course of the week and a half or so that I have this knife. It's just so good, guys. My full review is gonna be so positive on this. Just ridiculously good. So Corey, thank you so much, dude, for sending this beauty over to me. You're a good buddy. I'm glad I can call you a friend. And here is Corey's sticker. I forgot to show this to you. Nice. I've always loved Corey's logo just because the blue, and it just, I don't know, it's very appealing to look at. So he sent this over to me. Got a little bent in the packaging, but I was trying to flatten it out. So that is cool. I will link Corey's Instagram page. And so Corey originally shared a YouTube channel called, I think, Casual EDC, but he recently, as of earlier or late January, I think, him and his buddy, I think his name was Eddie, I believe. Eddie just got too busy and stuff like that, so Corey took the channel over full time, renamed it Stafford's EDC. So I'll also leave that link down below. He just got some reviews of some Beztech knives up from the Black Widow Passing Around group, so go check those out. And yeah, Corey, again, thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. This thing is a beauty. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys have not yet need some water. If you guys have not yet clicked subscribe, please consider doing so. It really helps the channel out. I greatly appreciate that. Can't talk right now. I gotta mentally focus for my next 2 videos, guys. I'm kind of getting off topic, but again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.